Over my career of almost 30 years in this field, I've heard a lot of complaints from people about meetings and how they can be a waste of time. And in fact, I was just listening to a podcast about that. I'll talk in this video about how to make meetings more effective if you're going to hold them at all. Hello, I'm Stephen Goldberg of Optimist Performance, bringing you practical tips and ideas on leadership, team development, and employee performance in the workplace. Meetings can be productive or a waste of time, and often people don't want to attend meetings if they've experienced poorly run meetings or if they feel that it was just a waste of their time and they could be doing other things to be more productive. So meetings can be important. Obviously, at times we need to get together, discuss things, and make decisions, and then act on them. So here's a few tips about holding meetings, and it starts with the purpose. Why are you calling the meeting in the first place? Is it even needed, or is there another way to deal with whatever issue you want to discuss or resolve? It could be a problem-solving meeting, but is it the best way to get people together for this meeting? Sometimes companies have just meetings every day or a huddle or every week, and you need to evaluate, is it meeting our purpose? So you have to first have a purpose, write it down. The second thing is, if you decide, yes, we need a meeting, who should be there and why? Make sure that the people there are the ones that need to be there and you're not wasting their time. The third thing is the length. People get dissatisfied with meetings if they go on forever. So part of your plan for the meeting should be, when should it start and when should it end? And don't go beyond that. If it's not resolved, the issue isn't come to a conclusion, schedule a follow-up meeting if required. And always start your meetings on time. If you wait for people to show up who are late, you're giving them a message that it's okay to be late, and you're frustrating those that have arrived on time. It's everybody's responsibility, if they accept to attend a meeting, to be there on time, so start on time. I'm not going to get into the roles today. Well, maybe I'll talk about that a little bit. The next thing is to have an agenda. So what topics you want to cover and how long do you estimate to give to each topic? Of course, you can adjust a little bit on the fly, but as you gain more experience in meeting management, and if you're well briefed on the topic or you know the topic well, you should be able to break it down into portions and give a time for each portion. I do have a meeting managing template which includes these items. I'm going to make that available. It's actually in my forms and documents section that you could sign up for. I have all kinds of forms and worksheets that you could download for free. Following that, at the end of the meeting, you want to identify the actions that are going to be taken and by who, so that people see that there is an outcome to this meeting and there's actions that are going to be followed up on. And of course, you want to maybe start this process again if you require follow-up on these actions in a meeting, or you want to maybe identify who's going to be the person to follow up. So there are several roles that a meeting management requires. A meeting owner, a facilitator, it could be the same person, call it a chairperson. You probably want to have a note taker, especially if there's going to be actions or minutes for the meeting, so you may want to communicate that to other people as well. You might want to have a gatekeeper so that They're just checking the time. Could be a gatekeeper and a timer. Gatekeeper would make sure everybody's following certain guidelines for discussion or behavior. The timer could be the same person, keeps track of time and reminds the facilitator or chairperson about how long the meeting's going. And then the final thing is to evaluate how successful the meeting was. And it's very simple. You just ask questions. Did we achieve our purpose? Did who was supposed to be there? Were they there? Did they participate is another thing. And that's where the facilitator comes in to ensure everybody participates and is in agreement if there's a decision. Did we start and stop on time? Did we stick to our agenda? And were the action steps clear? How satisfied is everyone with the outcome of the meeting? You maybe want to ask that question at the end. And so people walk away feeling that the meeting's purpose was met and that things were accomplished, and they'll be happy to come back when you call another meeting. So it's a quick tip on running an efficient meeting. Hopefully this helps, and you use this right away to plan and incorporate into your next meeting. Don't forget to download my free meeting planner worksheet. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do so now. Turn on the notification bell to get news of new videos. Check out some of the related content, other videos on this channel, and also the articles in my blog section. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk again soon.